Hi guys, and welcome back to Dan's Kitchen Garden Allotment. This is part 3 of the big allotment clear. Let's go and have a look at what I've got to do. So then guys, as you can see, allotment 1 has been slightly cleared down. All the sweet corn's now gone. The butternut squash has now been removed. The tomatoes are now gone. And the other day I come down here for a couple hours after I dropped my daughter off at school and just got on top of this little bit here because of it was starting to get too much at this right stage. So as you can see where the sweet corn is now, I've got a nice little pile going, and that's for a bonfire. Hopefully tonight I'll end up putting the bonfire on, and I'll bring the camera along with me because I'm going to stay down here till dusk. So hopefully I'll be able to burn this all off and get it out of the way, and then the remaining of the sawdust, the fire dust and stuff like that would go back into the ground and be good nutrients for next year's growth. I haven't dug the ground over so much, and that reason is because we've had this boiling hot heat for the last 3, 4 days, 5 days, and the ground's gone rock hard like it does in the summer again. So I can't dig the ground at the moment, but that's absolutely fine. I've cleared the weeds off the top of it. I've made it look a little bit tidier, and as you can see, it's getting pretty clear. This area here, I have dug over this one, and that is all getting all ready for the garlics to be sown in late October. But the first job on the agenda for today is to get this side grass cut, because it's getting absolutely long as anything again. So let's get it cut. So then guys, that's the parcel cut. The way I normally do it is I normally use my petrol strimmer down here. It's just a cheap one, but I know that one of my subscribers might be happy because it's not a fly mow. I've changed, I've actually ordered a new fly mow robotic for the back garden to cut the grass. But we'll see how it is, and if there's any problems with it, we'll blame Lee. We'll do a full product review when it gets here. But you wouldn't have thought it was September. It's so hot. It is so hot. It's probably about 26, 27 degrees. It's really, really hot. The ground is solid, just like it was in July and August time. So I'll take you over to plot 2 and I'll show you what I've done over there too. As you can see, I've piled up all the vines from the pumpkin now into one pile, and I'll wait for that just to die down, and I'll either burn it or put it in the compost bin. But over here it doesn't need much of a digging. Yes, you're all going to say there's bloody weeds everywhere, but the thing is, as long as I get the top weeds off at the moment, and over the winter I've got a full plan for this allotment too, to make it easier on myself, also to help me grow more vegetables. Because one thing I've found of having this second plot with loads of different lines, if I show in rows, I'll show you here. As you can see, you've got rows and rows of plants, vegetables, and in between it you just constantly get weeds, and it's an absolute nightmare to keep going through the weeds all the time and taking the weeds out. Some of these leeks are near enough ready to come out, as you can probably tell. They're all coming out in bed and bud, but actually they look quite pretty, I think. And the bees like them, so I'm not too worried about losing a couple if they go into bud. As I move around to the... I've just realised that I've got another row of beetroot. I've got too much bloody beetroot, guys. I've got beetroot coming out my ears. But we'll have to see what we can do. Maybe we can give some away to someone, but we've got so much. We've got another row here now. It's crazy. And as you can see in front of that, we've got our this is the parsnips in front, and at the back of that we've got a row of late carrots, so I'm not too sure what they're going to be like. And these were some leftover cauliflowers, but unfortunately because of the lockdown and that, I ordered a bigger net, which it hasn't arrived yet. So I'm still waiting for that to come in. So then guys, I was clearing out plot 2. I was doing all the compost and getting all the little weeds out and stuff like that. And what did I come across? A small pumpkin what hadn't matured. It was probably not going to mature, even if it does. Even if it does, I got more than enough at home. And I thought, as I'm making a bonfire, what does bonfires normally have on? Normally a Guy Fawkes. So it got me ticking. As I found this small pumpkin, I thought, what can I do? So now meet Larry, the CCTV pumpkin. If you can see, it's got a nice little pumpkin face. Yes, I know I'm a little bit early. I've even marked him with his name at the top there, so hopefully you can see it. And also, if I go around the back, and you can read this, I've engraved it on here. Smile, you are on CCTV. And what I've done, guys, is I've placed the cameras so anyone even walk close to this pumpkin to see what is going on, we catch them on camera. Unfortunately, when my allotment got done over before, I couldn't get any footage on the camera because the way they come, the vegetables what was here, I couldn't see any of the children on the camera who jumped over. But they still say that there's children on the allotment, and they're trying to find out if it's the same children from last time. This is a way to find out if it is. There's no harm to them. They're not going to hurt themselves on my allotment, and they're not going to do anything. But as they're curious enough to come up to the pumpkin and have a look at the pumpkin, what's going on? It's not Halloween yet. Surprise! They'll be on CCTV, and we can find out if it's the same children coming down on the allotment, or is it a completely different lot coming down on the allotment. But it's going to be a way to find out, isn't it? Obviously now, if I left the plot with no pumpkins at all, they'll still be running rampant around the allotment, and they'll still be doing whatever on other people's allotments. So I thought, it's a little bit of a fun idea, and let's see if we can catch them on CCTV again. So guys, let's head back to the shed. I think it's time for a coffee. That's took me all of about half an hour to make. Let's go. So then guys, I've left it to, just get the smartwatch going, 1 minute. Left it to about 6:30 now. It should be dark very soon. The park's quieting down a bit and the allotment's emptying. So what I've done is I've just lit the fire just to get rid of that great big pile, and it's just gone in down in seconds. Yes, it is a little bit smoky, but it's good to get the fire going and getting it all burnt out. Even if this doesn't burn down all now, what I'll do is I'll just leave it there, and then I'll probably have some more stuff to put on top of that as well, and just burn it on later on in the year. I've also got my Mr. Scarecrow in the background, haven't I? So then guys, let's end this video. Starting to go out now, and it is starting to get dark, but the sun is still full. I've had pretty much a full day at the allotment, just doing bits and pieces. I haven't been here for about 2 weeks or so I haven't really been down here that much. But as I said, this is the big allotment clear for part 3. So I hope you all enjoyed it, and there will be a 4 out very shortly, and that will be me just preparing the beds, and also just getting the beds ready for the winter. Hopefully next time I come down it's a little bit cooler. I thought the sunny days are gone, but they're still not. You still get stung by bees. I've got stung by a bee about half an hour ago, and the hand's swollen up. So that's why you're in the left hand and a little bit wobbly. So guys, if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you're watching this video and not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button and make sure the bell notification is switched on at all times. Till next video, I'll catch you later.